What's up, everybody? So today we're going to do a quick little car tip for some of y'all out there car shopping or buying vehicles out there in the world, right? And definitely that's something I've been wanting to do a lot more of lately, is give some of y'all out there some tips while you're at the dealership before you take delivery of your car. That's what this is about today. This is a simple tip, but something to definitely pay attention to, because when you're at the dealership buying a vehicle for the first time or for many times, sometimes we get kind of caught up in all the paperwork, the delivery process, when the salesman's out there or the delivery expert is out there, you know, hooking up your phone in the car and just kind of going over all the features and controls. What I want to tell you first off is when you buy a car and you've decided and you're in the finance office, when the vehicle is in the finance office, a lot of the times it is also, when you're in the finance office signing paperwork, buying the vehicle, the car is in the detail shop getting cleaned and all that. What I want to tell you to do today, folks, is when you are at the store and you're done with all that and you walk outside with your sales guy, make sure you inspect the vehicle and look over it, okay? You know, a lot of people do this already, but a lot of y'all don't do this, and it's so important because I can't tell you how many times a customer has called a salesperson and said, hey, I got to the house, you know, it's 2 days after you bought the car, I found a little scratch on the car, or I found a ding on the car, or there's a little scuff on the car, something like that. And then what happens, right? Well, the dealership's going to send you a survey within 36 hours after you bought a car. Every time you buy a brand new car at a dealership, they're going to send you a survey, and if you don't give them the highest score possible, it's a ding on their CSI scores, okay? So, you know, again, I can't stress that enough. It is important, if you had a good experience at the dealership, please give your dealership the best score possible, because that helps them on CSI scores, which, you know, affects a lot of the things at the dealership, you know. So again, give them the best score possible if you had a good experience. If you had a bad experience, then give them a score that's according to the experience, but you know, you don't have to be a jerk all the time and give them zeros and all that kind of thing, you know. Again, everyone in the dealership, from service to sales, they all get affected by these CSI scores, okay? So always remember that. But like I can tell you, inspect the vehicle. Go around the car, look at it, okay? I mean, take a look at the vehicle on the sides. It's always good to kind of look down the side of the vehicle, make sure there's no dings on it. It's hard to see a ding sometimes when you're looking dead on at the vehicle. So any good body shop guy will show you, you know, look down the side of the car, see if you can see any ripples going on or anything like that. Even with a used car, folks, okay? You know, a lot of times, you know, if here's one for you. If the vehicle was in an accident and the customer paid out of their pocket to get the car fixed, whether that's repainting the bumper or something like that, okay? If they didn't go through the insurance company and have them help pay to get their car fixed, the accident won't show on the Carfax report. Did you ever know that? Right. It has to be reported by the insurance company or something like that, or the car dealership, to be able to show up on the Carfax report. So that's why I'm saying it's good to look down the side of the car and see if there's any difference in ripples and things like that. Also, there's a thing called orange appeal with paint. Let's see if I can get the camera close enough here to show you what orange appeal is. Okay? Let's see if we can find it. You know, the new Chevy Suburban here doesn't have a whole lot of orange appeal, right? But all right, here's something to show you. Take a look, see if you can spot it. A little tough to see, I'm trying to look. See, I have spotted something already on this brand new Suburban right there. It's tough to see right now. It's not a dent, it's not a ding, it's almost like a little tiny imperfection in the paint right there. Now that doesn't mean, you know, the car was in an accident. You know, something obviously happened in the when they were painting the car and all that. It almost is like just a tiny little ripple in the paint right there. But orange appeal, I'll find a picture online and throw it in here for you. Orange appeal is important to look at, because if the dealership doesn't, if the body shop doesn't wet sand the paint after they paint the car, after it's been damaged or something like that, if they don't go over it and wet sand it and then wax it and all that, you'll have orange appeal on the paint. So anybody that knows a little bit about painting cars and things like that, if you're going to paint a show car to go to car shows, you're going to want to make sure that paint shop wet sands the car and gets all the orange appeal out. You know, and that's also has to do with painters too. If they're not really that good of a painter and they lay too much paint on there or something like that, you'll get a lot of orange appeal. Some guys can spray a car and really keep the orange appeal to a minimum. So anyways, but back on to inspecting the car, look over it, check out the bumpers, check out the rear, just give the car a good look over before you take it home with you, because it's very important for you to spot that issue out before you take the car home. Because there's some dealerships out there, folks, you bought the car, you drove off the lot, it's yours now. You know, we're not fixing it if it's got a dent, ding, or scratch on it, because at that point, they don't really know if they did it or you did it, okay? So always inspect the vehicle and make sure the dealership puts some gas in your car, okay? You know, every time I would sell a new vehicle when I worked for Acura and Audi, it was mandatory to fill the gas tank up on a brand new car. And I think every new car dealership should do that. When you spend that kind of money on a brand spanking new car, you deserve to have a full tank of gas. On a used vehicle, a lot of dealerships are not going to put a full tank of gas in a used vehicle you buy, but they should at least put a quarter to a half tank of gas in your vehicle for you. So anyways, that's just a few little tips to pay attention to. And again, don't kill the dealership with horrible CSI scores. I mean, seriously, I get it. You had a bad experience. You know, you're gonna, at that point, the dealership knows you're gonna probably ding them or hit them hard on the survey. But if your experience was good and there might have been one little thing, you know, that you weren't happy with or something like that, don't hurt them too bad. You know, it never hurts to just call the dealership up, talk to the salesperson or the manager or the finance guy, and deal with the situation with them before, you know, hitting them hard on a survey. So anyways, if that's just a little bit of knowledge, I'm trying to stick up a little bit for the car dealerships out there, because a dealership that I know of that I work with, they've been getting some bad surveys and stuff like that from the customers, and they do everything possible to help these people out. And a lot of times, you know, it's not doing good for them. So please try to give your dealership and your salesperson a good survey if they did a good job. Okay? All right, thanks again, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. I'm Chad, signing out.